new episode of Beyond the Gates, y'all. But I'm gonna do a quick summary and then we're gonna dive into the review. Nicole had the men fighting. Ted was acting shocked because Nicole and Carson was going on a date. And I said, sir, it's your own fault. It's your own fault. You cheated. You conceived a child. You lied. Then you cheated again. And you kept letting this lady in your doggone hotel. I about to say your house. You kept letting her in your doggone hotel room. Even on today's episode, I feel like Ted didn't get it. He didn't get it. While they were standing up there arguing and stuff, when he was arguing Carson and stuff like that, she started to question who he was. And she said, where's her Ted Richardson? And I was like, Carlton, that's your cute, buddy. That's your cute to go skedaddle. Because it's gonna forever be Ted. It's gonna forever be Ted. Not right now, though, but still. But yeah, he was acting shocked because Nicole and Carlton going on a date. Elon and Jacob was still disagreeing. Isaiah came to the police station and they started disagreeing. I said, hey, you did all that talk. Elon did all that talk about Isaiah. He was going to jail and stuff like that. He not doing this. He not doing that. Meanwhile, you over here being buddy-buddy with Malone and Joey. Being buddy-buddy with Malone and Joey. How can you talk? Kat was worried about the wrong thing once again. Eva and Isaiah. I guess she'll want Isaiah now, like we've been saying. Martin and Smitty end up telling the Grants that they're going to counseling. And the last thing is that Samantha brought Nathan home. I finally knew his name, y'all. Brought Nathan home and she got caught. She got caught slipping. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chesty for Beyond the Gates, October 28, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What did y'all think? Did y'all like the episode? That Nathan boy, he looks familiar. I don't know if he played in something else. I don't know. He reminds me of somebody. I don't know who it is yet. I was saying it first. I think did he play on that Mary J. Blige Lifetime movie? I don't know. He reminded me of somebody though. But yeah, what y'all think of the episode? So we're gonna start with Anita and them. Anita, Vernon, Smitty, Martin. They was just having Smitty and Martin over to celebrate, them getting back together. They was talking about that. They started talking about Ted and Nicole getting divorced, and I think Vernon was the one that said something about Ted basically being foolish and stuff like that, and maybe they could have worked things out had he not, slept with Leslie again. I said, exactly. It's his own fault. It's like I was rooting for them to get back together. I was mad when Leslie pulled the doggone alarm. I still feel like they're gonna get back together down the line. I definitely feel like they're gonna get back together down the line. But as of right now, it's your own fault. Ted gonna walk away. And they saying that he's supposed to be in Leslie's face again. He's supposed to be in Leslie's face again. You can't blame nobody but yourself at this point. We can root for you. We've been rooting for you, but at the same time, you keep doing stupid stuff. Then Carlton, he done cost himself a date. I said, Carlton. I mean, he was just defending himself and trying to defend Nicole though. But yeah, to finish with Anita and them, like I said, they was talking about Ted and Nicole getting divorced. Then Martin ended up saying he was running for office, and they thought he was trying to run for president again. He was like, no, it's time for re-election next year. They was talking about that. Then I think, am I missing something about them? I think I covered everything about them. When they was like they about to head out and stuff like that, and how Smitty and Martin finally back on the right track and stuff, I was like, Samantha about to get caught slipping. I said she about to get caught slipping. Chelsea and Kat. Let me write that down. Matter of fact, I gotta write Samantha down because I didn't write her down. Chelsea and Kat. She kept looking around, and Chelsea wanted to know what she had going on and why she wanted to meet at Uptown. So I'm assuming that she was about to tell her about the whole Tomas situation, what happened with him. No, she was looking for Isaiah. Chelsea wanted to know why she was looking for Isaiah. She ends up revealing that she seen him there with Eva, so she had to warn him and stuff like that because he wasn't around, so he don't know what's going on. Chelsea felt like she trying to get revenge and stuff by interfering between Isaiah and Eva. I mean, she can't because he already said he could handle her. He already did. And that's why I said next thing you know, it'll be another love triangle, y'all. It'll be another love triangle. But yeah, they was talking about that. Then they started talking about sex and Kat and Tomas and Chelsea and Madison and Samantha just standing back there smiling and just eavesdropping and listening and stuff. Then they finally noticed that she was right there. So then they started trying to explain things, saying, it's not all about sex or whatever. It's about having a connection. So it's like it went in one ear and out the other. They over here trying to explain and retract their statement. I was like, it's too little too late. She heard what she heard and she done made up her mind. Next thing you know, she told me she got to go back to school and stuff. When they showed her, she done brought him back, and he kept asking her. He was like, are you sure or whatever. He did, kept trying to make sure she was sure. Excuse me. But at the same time, he came prepared. He came prepared, didn't he? But yeah, she was like, yeah, she want to strengthen their relationship. So she heard what Kat said and she took it to heart. So they on the couch kissing and everything. They see no Smitty, Samantha. What he said, Samantha Richardson Smith or something he said. And Martin wanted to know what was going on. And I was like, you in trouble now? And I said, she finna say she heard Kat. Now she finna blame it on her. She finna blame it on her. Kat probably gonna have to say that she had already caught. Well, Samantha had already told Martin, didn't she? I about said she gonna have to tell that she had caught them together because remember she was like, "Don't say anything," and she chose not to say anything. But they showed her having a conversation with Martin where she was saying how they almost did it, but she chose not to do it and everything. But yeah, next we got Jacob and Elon. They was arguing about the same thing. His involvement with Joey. He brought him a whole stack of papers and stuff in the folder, and I said, he mean, ain't he? He a mean daddy. He a mean daddy. He threw the paperwork on the doggone table, the folders on the table stuff. He was like, he not on desk duty anymore. He defended himself though. Jacob definitely did. He stood up to his daddy. He's to my son. He not, on desk duty anymore. He not gonna do that. So they start arguing about Joey and stuff. He was like, he trying to explain what the difference is between being a good cop and being a smart cop or whatever. He trying to tell him without telling him. But at the same time, how can you say anything to Isaiah about criminal activities or anything like that when you over here in cahoots with Malone them? And they said this week that Joey has to remind Elon who in charge. And I said, they back on this again, y'all. They back on this again. But yeah, let me backtrack because I don't skip over some stuff, I think. Elon and Jake was still arguing about Joey and Elon's involvement. That's when Isaiah walked in. He was saying how, first he asked him, excuse me, first he asked him what he walked in on. And he said he never thought he'd see the day, Lord have mercy, excuse me. He never thought he'd see the day that, Elon would feel some type of way about his golden child. And Jake was like, he not the golden child, but you could tell. You could tell even he had already said about the whole career situation there was something, but it's clearly deeper than that. It's clearly deeper than that just by him saying that Jacob was the golden child. So now I'm wondering if what people been saying is right, that he was involved with Naomi, or they had something going on, or they're about to have something going on. They may just be about to have something going on. It might be about to be a love triangle. Now I don't know if it's gonna be Eva with Isaiah and then Kat, or if it's gonna be Eva, Isaiah, and Naomi. But I feel like the whole Jacob and her situation, they gonna have to deal with that because it ain't no way around it. Y'all gonna have to break up. Y'all gotta break up. She keeps saying she don't want no kids. You know what that mean? Nada. You done said you felt some type of way about it. That means you want kids. So y'all gonna have to break up because it's not just somebody cheating when you break up. Y'all got a difference of opinion and how y'all view y'all life and how y'all want y'all life to go. So they gonna have to break up too, I guess. That's another one bites the dust. Or one of them gonna end up saying they changed their mind, but next thing you know, they really didn't change their mind. They just wanted to do it to save their relationship, to save their marriage. But yeah, Isaiah came in. He started questioning him about what he was doing there or whatever, and he was explaining that he got a job offer, and he revealed the school name or whatever, and he was like, he don't know if he gonna take it. So Elon started talking about some, see, you haven't changed or whatever. Basically, he don't stick around, and he just going in on him. I said, come on, I said, calm down now. I said, calm down now, Daddy Richardson. Wait, I don't think his name Richardson. What's his name? Hawthorne. That's a Richardson. Calm down, Daddy Hawthorne, whatever your name is. I said, he upset. He highly upset. He was going. I said, y'all know y'all in a public place at y'all workplace at that. I thought one of them was gonna say this is not the place, like Shanice was telling Ted and them, but they didn't listen to her either. But yeah, and he was like, he didn't want to get into law enforcement like the rest of them, and he was like, he still got a good job. I mean, he's not wrong. He's a doggone counselor. Like, it's more than one way, more than one path to success. People need to start realizing that. Come on now. Come on now. But yeah, they was arguing about that. Then he's like, you need to stop by before you leave. If you choose to leave, stop by and see your mother because she misses you. He was like, do you miss me? He was like, of course I miss you. And then he still was starting. Then he ended up leaving. Or whatever. Carlton and Shanice, they were just talking about work and stuff like that. Next thing you know, Nicole came out. They started talking about their date and stuff, and Shanice was just recommending the place and saying how it was good. Ted walked into my son, excuse me, whatever he said. And I was like, dude, you acting shocked. You knew they already been out on a date. It wasn't a date thing, but it was a date. They out to eat and stuff like that. You seen them together. You seen them kissing, matter of fact. So why is you acting shocked? I just thought about that. Didn't he see them kissing when he was with Andre? So why was he playing shocked He felt some type of way about it or whatever. So he got in their face. He got in he got in Carson's face. Excuse me. So she was trying to tell them now's not the place. Even Shanice was telling them, maybe y'all need to take this somewhere else. They still out in the public just arguing and stuff. I said, you gonna be the next one on the chopping block, just like you told Doug over here. Y'all gonna be in trouble too. And I said, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work for them to be business partners and stuff. They're gonna have to pull it together. So Ted ends up telling, hold on, let me find it. Matter of fact, let's see. We need to backtrack. Let me find it. Where is it? Did I even write it down? Ted acting shocked about their date. I wrote that part down. He ends up confronting Carter. He said he always knew that he wanted Nicole. And I said, I mean, he not wrong because he said it. He said he knew her way before Ted even knew her. He said it. He's not wrong. He's like, he used to joke with Nicole about it, that he had a crush on her and stuff like that. And he's not wrong. Right now, we don't even fool with Ted like that because he do stupid stuff. But he's not wrong. He admitted that he wanted her. He said he wanted her before Ted did or whatever. And I think Carson said, you knew, how I felt about Nicole, so it's his own fault too. Everybody to blame at this point. He was like, he basically implied that Ted knew how he felt about Nicole. So you uppercut him. Don't they call it uppercut? Or backstab? Whatever. You backstab him. Is that what you trying to say? But yeah. But yeah, they was arguing, just standing there the whole episode, arguing and stuff, going back and forth. So he ends up threatening him to my son. He was gonna hit him in the face or something like that. Nicole felt some type of way. She was like, both of them out of line. But before that, Nicole said she don't even recognize Ted no more. And she said, where's my Ted Richardson? And I said, she not ready. I said, Carson, that she cue the exit. I thought he was gonna make a face. They gonna show him making a face, and he was gonna make a comment. She said, "Where's her Ted Richardson? If y'all divorced, ain't no more of that." Ted kept calling her his wife and stuff like that, and I was like, "Y'all, neither one of y'all is ready. Neither one of y'all ready. You was not ready to date this man. You talking about yo Ted Richardson? Y'all over. You just reminded him that y'all was over. You need to remind yourself. It's too soon. It's way too soon. But at the same time, I wouldn't listen to Ted telling you it's too soon, because how you gonna tell somebody it's too soon? You don't cheated twice before. Well, more than twice. But for the sake of this, we're gonna say you don't cheated twice. You don't cheated twice. And she reminded him of that. She was like, you done slept with Leslie before the divorce, before the ink was even dry. I said, exactly. You gonna come trying to confront nobody. You the one being foolish. You could have been had her back. You too busy entertaining Leslie. She ain't gotta come in there. They ain't gonna use the excuse to my son. Y'all share a child together. A child she wasn't even caring about. She probably still don't care about that girl. Somebody she done brought him some candy and you letting her in the door and stuff. It's your own fault. But yeah, after she told Ted about himself, he ends up leaving. That's when she turned around and Carson was like, don't tell me the date is off. And she was like, what do you think? And she got mad. I said, you better go get her. Don't be like Ted and go back to your house and then go back to the hotel room. I said, go get her. I said, go follow her. Because if she divorced, I said, it's all clear. I mean, it's not because she ain't over him yet. But I say, it's all clear. Go follow her to the office and make it up to her or something. Don't be foolish like Ted and let her slip through your fingers. I said, let's see on tomorrow's episode or whatever episode. I don't know if they're going to continue on tomorrow's episode or not. But I said, let's see if there's a difference between Carlton and Ted. Let's see if he actually follows her. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Samantha, the boy, we already talked about how she over here kissing him, and she done took off her jacket. He done took off one of his shirts, and they got caught slipping. I think that was the last thing, y'all. Oh, Isaiah got a text from somebody named Yolanda saying they done. I hope you take the job offer. She'll be back. It'll be, what's it called? I was about to say it'll be a square. Instead of a love triangle, it'll be a square. Because it'll be Isaiah, it'll be Eva, it'll be Kat and Yolanda, or either it'll be Isaiah, Eva, Naomi and Yolanda. And I said, I guess she'll be back too, because he feels some type of way about her. But I don't know. I feel like either it's going to be Naomi or Kat going to want him for herself. I don't know. We'll see. But he there to stir up trouble. He about to stir up trouble, you can see right now. Because he already done called him a golden child. He already done told him he the golden child. Said he never thought that they'd be at odds and Jacob's just over here. I said, he going to take your woman. I said, don't be too buddy-buddy with your brother. I said, he going to take your woman. He about to take your woman. Unless it was his woman first. I don't know. But yeah, you can tell he feels some type of way about Jacob being the golden child. You can tell right now. You can tell right now, but he was just talking to his brother about, taking a job and stuff like that. Once he got the text message from Yolanda, that's when he said he decided to go on take the job. So he about to be in town. Was that the last thing? Nicole calls date off. I said Nicole brought that boy home. Samantha. Samantha brought that boy home. But yeah, I think that was everything, y'all, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time.